Do you wish getting clients for your consulting business were easier? I totally understand. In this video, I'm going to share with you some best practices for filling your pipeline with prospects, with great prospects. Every consultant that I know wishes getting clients were easier. And the way to get clients, my favorite way, is when clients come to me. When I don't have to go out and find them, when I don't have to chase them down, when I don't have to call them or reach out on LinkedIn, but rather when clients find me and say, you're the one that I want to talk to. So I want to share with you some strategies that I've developed that help make that happen, that keep my pipeline full and keep me busy all the time. So one of the problems or the struggles when I was first starting out as a consultant, and that I see other consultants facing, is that they have to spend so much time generating business that then they don't have enough time to really fulfill the business effectively. It's always this dance between getting the business, finding the business, closing the business, and providing and delivering and acting on the business. One of the things that I really like to think about when I'm thinking about marketing is how to create a marketing stream, how to create streams of inbound leads that consistently generate business over time. That's distinct from, for example, saying, oh, I need to fill my pipeline right now. I need to get a new client, when things dip, and then having to hustle and get a new client. So instead of having that up and down, what I like to do is have a steady stream of constant activity that's always generating new business. So the first and easiest way to generate new business, and the clients that are generated from this method are the best clients usually, is referrals. Now, the challenge that I see with referrals a lot of times is that people view referrals, they think of referrals as some happy accident. Oh, someone made a referral, great. Now, what I like to do instead is to systemize the referral process so it becomes part of your business. So for example, my business model, maybe different from yours, but still you can use this example, is that I do 4 retreats a year and then I have a 1-year program on the back end. So referrals, what we do is at every single retreat, we have a segment built into the retreat where we always ask for referrals. We have this whole process we walk people through to get them really present to the value they've gotten from the experience. And then we say, is there anyone else that you know that could use results like this? And without fail, at every retreat, we generate a handful of really high quality referrals. So think about in your consulting business, how could you integrate a referral process into your current process with your clients? Let's say you have a brand new client, or that your standard client engagement is 3 months or 6 months or 12 months long. Well, at one point in that relationship, perhaps when they've just completed some sort of big outcome or some sort of big result that they've been looking for, that would be the first perfect time to set up a specific conversation with that client about referrals that they might have for you. Another way that I integrate lead generation into my existing activities is speaking. So speaking is my absolute favorite lead generation strategy for consulting or coaching clients. It's the most fun for me because I enjoy doing it and I'm good at it. And it's also the most effective. There's something magical that happens when you're on a stage in front of a group of people. People immediately, just by you being on the stage, never mind if you're any good or not, just by being there, people see you as an expert. And that is great positioning for lead generation. Now, of course, I'm sure that you're awesome, as am I. And so when we deliver an amazing experience and an amazing speech, one of the things I do is at the end of the speech, I always have an evaluation form. Now, I get permission from the client, wherever I'm speaking, to use this form. My evaluation form asks questions like, did you get value out of this presentation? What was your favorite part? What did you learn the most? What will you remember? What action step will you take next? So it's 4 or 5 very simple questions. And then it asks, is there another association or organization that you know that would benefit from a presentation like this? So that's referral generator number 1, lead generation number 1. And then after that, it says, are you interested in learning more about Michelle's products or services? And that's the second opportunity to generate new business. So integrating lead generation into your existing activities so that you can turn whatever you're already doing into 2 or 3 more opportunities. Another pretty obvious way to get clients for your consulting business is to publish. As a thought leader, as someone who has some unique formula, some special system, some secret sauce, chances are you could educate a lot of people by publishing a book or publishing a blog. So publishing is the written word. You can publish email marketing. You can publish all sorts of things. I love the idea of a book, by the way, for any thought leader. And then broadcasting, which is what I'm doing right here, right now, through video, through YouTube. This is a broadcast medium. So YouTube videos, podcasting is another great way to broadcast. So the problem with all these strategies that I just mentioned is you can end up spending all your time marketing. You could market in a million different ways. And what I recommend, instead of doing that and getting distracted or doing too many different things and dispersing your energy in too many different ways, I recommend narrowing the focus and picking one thing in each category, at least one thing in each category to start. One referral strategy, one speaking strategy, one broadcast, one publishing strategy, and starting by creating a mix and making these things consistent. So it's not like, oh, I need a client, let me go publish something, or oh, I'm looking for business, let me go broadcast something. No, instead creating something that's stable and steady and that's consistent so that you start to cultivate and nurture people over time. And that way, when they're ready, they'll percolate up into a lead. If you maintain a nurture system, I like to call it a butterfly garden, right? If you focus on nurturing a butterfly garden, the butterflies, aka clients, will find you. And there will always be a steady stream of inbound business. So the way that I recommend you putting this into practice is one thing at a time and getting it systemized and automated enough so it doesn't take up a whole bunch of your time. So I'll give you an example from my own business. We do these videos, right? These YouTube videos, we do them about once a month. I do about 20 videos all at once. We launch those one at a time onto YouTube. YouTube gives us a free transcript of these videos. So once a month, my assistant goes and pulls 5 video transcripts and the associated videos, puts them in a Google Doc. I edit them, and then they go from there into a blog. And the blog has the edited transcript and the video together. Then we take that edited transcript and video, we post it as an article on LinkedIn, and then she takes that blog post and video and she goes and posts that on Facebook. So now, just from this one video, right, that we do, we've got all this content that gets created from it. But we didn't do that all at once. We started with the video. We did the videos for a long time, then we started with adding it to the blog. We did that for a little while, then we started adding it over to LinkedIn. We did that for a little while, then we started adding it to Facebook. So one thing at a time and getting it systemized and operating until it's flowing automatically, and then add the next layer in, and the next piece in, and the next piece in. Now, it cannot be overstated the importance of increasing your sales savvy and being more able to enroll people in your consulting services. So I highly recommend, even if you're a consultant and not a life coach, checking out my video, How to Sell Life Coaching Services. Now, the reason I think that's gonna be helpful for you is because it lays out a framework and a structure, once the lead comes in, how to have that enrollment conversation to enroll them into a client. And it's relevant whether you're a life coach, a consultant, a business coach, any type of coaching or consulting service works with this framework. So check out that video.